3 weeks out before we find out who's Virginia's next governor. Former Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger is fighting to reclaim the seat for Democrats. Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earle-Sears is running to keep that seat Republican. Isn't that right, Annie?
Yes, and today, nearly 1 week after their explosive debate, both candidates were back in the same building.
Yeah, this time they spoke about business and education, business and education leaders about the economy. Our Matthew Torres traveled to Richmond, where the focus of their speeches couldn't be more different.
The Virginia Chamber of Commerce held an education and workforce conference in Richmond today with the goal of exploring new partnerships between higher ed and businesses to help boost Virginia's economy. Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earle-Sears says she's the perfect candidate for that. Current Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earle-Sears says she would prioritize improving the pipeline from community colleges to new jobs, staying competitive against China, and preparing students for artificial intelligence skills and opportunities.
We are building bridges between industry and academia to ensure that AI doesn't replace people, it empowers them.
Earle-Sears never once addressed the federal layoffs impacting so many Virginians and the recent drop in CNBC's ranking as the top state for business. Opponents blast her for supporting President Donald Trump's policies. Instead, she focused her message on touting her upbringing and work with Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin to bring $140 billion in investments, increase teacher pay, and $50 million to support HBCUs.
We've shown that when government, business, and education come together, Virginia doesn't just compete. Folks, we lead.
The only time Earle-Sears mentioned her Democratic opponent Abigail Spanberger was over their differences in workers joining a union. She's outright against it.
I will always defend Virginia's right to work. It's not an abstract policy to me.
The Virginia Chamber of Commerce says based on feedback from businesses, it'll present a blueprint on economic development for whoever claims the title of Virginia's next governor.
We're optimistic about a partnership we'll have with the next governor and the collaboration we have with the business community and higher education moving forward.
Earlier today, Abigail Spanberger also laid out her economic plan to the same crowd. Her full speech can be found on WUSA9.com. In Richmond, I'm Matthew Torres, WUSA 9.
You'll also hear from Earle-Sears' opponent, Democrat Abigail Spanberger, ahead at 6:30. It's part of our Virginia Decides special, streaming Tuesdays and Fridays on WUSA 9+. And we're also covering this week's debate for the Attorney General race. Matthew Torres will be down in Richmond covering it all. The debate airs live this Thursday starting at 6 p.m. on WUSA 9+. You can download the Plus app on your smart TV for free ahead of that debate.